Hello, friends, and welcome back to Two Witch Isle. I'm your host, Charmaine, and this is another Witches Cauldron. And today I want to talk a little bit about values. I was thinking back to when I first entered therapy many years ago, and many times I've been told to write down my values, and I would have to look at a giant list of any values because I really had no concept of what my own were other than what I picked up from my parents. And learning your values comes from just living life. You learn that you value compassion after you find that people aren't very compassionate to you sometimes. And that becomes a value because when people do show compassion right off the bat without needing to ask for that sort of compassion, it really sticks out with you. And that's how you should be picking your circle of people around you, is based off of values. So, what are your values? Do you have a list of values? And are your values just something that was passed down, or are they truly your own values? Are they all values that came from lessons that you learned? Um, so right now I am in the process of writing down my values and found that I have an enormous list of values, and I'm in the process of cutting those values down to 5 separate values based on the different values that I picked and how they kind of link up together. So like I value balance and I value stability. Those two would fall under each other, and I could just pick one of those words for that. Granted, I don't have any other words that mean kind of the same thing, and I guarantee you I do. Whereas there was a time where I couldn't come up with a value on my own other than family and children, and these are those were the things that I highly valued. I do still highly value those types of things. It's just that they're a little bit lower on the totem, and my values have become a little bit more meaningful to me because I realize how important they are. Once you have a list of values of, a bunch, you narrow it down to 5 main values. And that's where I am at in the process of narrowing down my values. But I have a lot bigger list than I thought I would. And I think I value a lot more than I did a long time ago. Seeing my progress in itself is something I kind of value now. And I'm glad I put in the work so that I could see the progress. Because had I not put in the work, I wouldn't be looking at much right now. Anyway, friends, I challenge you to take a look at what your values are and really think about them. And, maybe you change your values to something that's a little more accurate for your life as you're living it in the present. Because sometimes older values don't hold up through time. Thank you for watching, and I hope you join us again next time on Witches Cauldron. Until then, light and love.